Hey there, Gemini. This is your reading for the week of March the 21st to the 27th, 2022. So I'm going to be taking a look at some beliefs or values that have been popping up for you lately, how they apply to this particular week, and how you can apply it, focus it for things you want for your future. So what we have is the Copperhead Deception, Bad Influences. So for this card here, it kind of indicates that perhaps you have been thinking about in your past or kind of having coming up lately, people that have perhaps been a bad influence on you in your life. This card here kind of talks about like the history of like snake handlers that would kind of handle these snakes and kind of try to prove their faith in not getting bitten. So here, maybe you've gotten bitten lately, and with that, it's more about recognizing what's in your environment and not being deceived, and not kind of giving into certain bad influences. So let's see what you have. You have the Three of Discs, you have the Star, and you have the Ace of Wands. So it kind of indicates this might be a situation, a work situation, perhaps where there's a particular individual has kind of taken a certain role of being in the spotlight, or a certain role of being the person that helps people along the way, and that with that it's kind of, they have the ability to almost set a course for you or for other people. So let's take a look. This person wants to come out. The Justice card. So here, it's almost as if you're seeing through this like veil. Maybe someone at work is trying to look like they're helpful, but really they're not. It kind of reminds me of a situation I had when I was temp working like over 20 years ago, and someone gave me advice about the work and it backfired, and it seemed like it was intentional. It was like intentional bad advice given under the guise of being good advice, and really it has to do with those people and their egos. And so that's what it reminds me of, that you're kind of, you need to just keep, you've had to keep a balance. Like you understand certain cause and effects situation. If you do this thing, this will be the result. So you're kind of taking a very, what's the word? Like keeping yourself an arm's distance from this person and kind of just being cordial and not really falling into the, falling for the facade. So I'm going to clarify the Three of Discs. You have the Death card. So it could be that this is a change that's been going on at work, but I'm kind of seeing a transformation as whoever is going to be like the leader of this group. So if there's like a group project you're working on, if there is some type of like changes in your teams at work, it's almost as if this individual is kind of trying to stand up as someone who is going to be like this guiding light type of thing. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, you have the 10 of Cups here. So it could be that basically whatever is the direction they're trying to have you go on can work out, especially having that like arm's length kind of view of things and keeping a positive demeanor in terms of the environment, and really kind of recognizing that, you know, kind of take things, take things at face value, really kind of accept what someone is saying, but also know that you're going to use it in a reasonable way, in clear-headed way, but also so that you can keep the environment in a positive light. So it doesn't matter if someone else has negative intentions. You can always spin a situation to make it positive for everybody. And I mean, I would do that a lot, just, you know, cracking a joke, or trying to think of a situation where even going dancing, there'd be people that would, you know, bump into me on purpose, and you just keep dancing. You just like, oh, that you must have tripped, it must have been, you know, kind of almost like you don't need to point out where they're the jerk in the situation. Just keep on doing your thing, and you will draw the right people to you and go where you need to go. So here, how it will impact your week, you have Forest Temple, Enlightenment. So this card kind of indicates having people kind of like having being enlightened. This Forest Temple is kind of going to some place in nature and kind of creating their own almost sanctuary, their own little church. But here, I think the biggest thing is whatever deception or bad influences, and you kind of keeping your position as being objective and clear-headed, doing the right thing, and keeping that positive attitude. There is not only your enlightenment, but other people. I get the sense that other people are going to kind of start figuring things out. So let me see what we have here. You have the Prince or the Knight of Cups. You have the Four of Wands. And you have the Queen of Wands. So this is a great combination of cards here. So indicates offers of love, celebrations, not of like reaching milestones. It could even be could be promotions, it could be engagements, could be weddings. Here with the Queen of Wands, it's almost as people are recognizing your vibrancy, your stepping into your role as a leader, and basically the people in your environment are seeing this about you. So I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands here. You have the Magician. So yeah, I think people around you are recognizing that you make things happen, that you are kind of elevating everyone up and making making magic happen. I'm going to clarify the Prince of Cups. You have the Ten of Swords. So yeah, so you're taking a situation and making the most of it where other people maybe have taken, been led the wrong way with this bad influence or deception and hit rock bottom. You are really kind of allowing your inner light to lead the way and approaching people with love. And really this is going to cause, I guess it's more in contrast to what other people might be doing around you. Let's see here. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Wands. You have the Devil, which kind of is supposed to indicate a certain negative pattern. But here I'm kind of really seeing it as you are not being tied. So other people are being maybe tied to this negativity, but you are using your Queen of Wands energy to kind of do your own thing and not be sucked into whatever negative intentions are kind of lurking in the background. And this type of kind of perspective of things, your value is you can focus it in a way where it will lead to future happiness. So let's get some cards on that. You have the Six of Wands. You have the High Priestess. And you have the Seven of Wands. So what I'm kind of getting from this is you are going to actually focus this, positivity in a way where you are, I'm sensing maybe in the future, leaving this situation behind. And you will be more tapping into your intuition. Your intuition will let you know when is the right time to make the move. And that right time to make a move is when it's like with the Seven of Wands, like when you have to start standing your ground and proving to people who you are, that's when that move is going to be made. So I'm going to clarify the Six of Swords. You have Temperance, which is about, peace, balance, harmony. And so when you make that transition, that's what you're going to be going for, is having that aspect of peace. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Wands. You have the Nine of Swords. So you might start feeling, maybe start getting nightmares or thoughts about what's going on in this work situation starts bothering you so much it interferes with your sleep. So that's going to be something to pick up on as well. And then in terms of clarifying the High Priestess, you have Princess of Discs, which is almost like Page of Discs. And the word here is manifestation. So basically, you will kind of take this happiness, you'll be recognized, probably promoted, somehow recognized for your role as a leader and a positive individual. And you will actually want to make sure that you maintain that happiness and decide to leave that situation in the future. But your intuition will let you know when. Your body and your kind of like inner gut feeling will tell you when. And when you do make that decision, you will be able to kind of move on to something that you find really interesting and you want to learn and you want to develop. It could even be something that you want to create for yourself. But really, it seems that you will have a good week on the week of March 21st for a fuller picture of things. Check out the readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs. I hope this provides a helpful perspective, and we'll see you next time. Take care.